The 20th century, the First and the Second War, made a great impact on society and also on literature. The war brought many feelings into poems, such as sorrow, disappointment, agonies of death, crisis of faith, questioning on the economic system, disillusion, and horror because of the fighting in the war. Many people wanted to enlist the army. Some of them even fake papers in order to be able to join the army. Most of them were sent on the front lines of war and died. Many families, even it's said that every family in England had a loss of someone in the war. Most of them, Wilfred Owen is an example of a poet of the time who shows in a poem that war was an important part in their life and the death or the dying for their country was an honor. William Butler Yeats. When World War I was over, a new movement in England poetry appeared. Poets started to be more romantic and using more thoughts of music instead of using humor. This movement resembled the influence of Romanticism, aged and intended to inspire the Irish nation spirit to be stronger on nationalism by using poems, plays, and stories. One of the most known leaders of this movement was William Butler Yeats. He was born in Dublin, Ireland in 1885. His father was a famous painter. It seems like it was destined for him to be an artist. His father sent him to a painting school, but he didn't like painting. He was more into writing. He was more interested in writing. He lived in different places in Europe, like France, London, and Italy. His first important poem was The Wanderings of Ocean. In his beginning as a writer, William used elements of the Romantic poetry. He called his poetry as the art of escaping from the cruel existence. He is recognized because his poetry used symbols of regular life and uses familiar customs of the time. He also liked theater, dramatic literature. He wrote plays for theater also. Through his life, we can see how he went from romantic to intellectual, trying to include an understanding in society and its problems. In 1923, he received the Nobel Prize for Literature, which is the most important recognition on literature, which inspired him to keep growing and improving his passionate work. At the end of his career, he was considered one of the greatest and one of the best poets of modern and all times. On woman. May God be praised for woman that give us all her mind, a friendship of her kind that covers all he has brought, as with her flesh and bone, nor squirrel with a thought, because it is not her own, because it is not her own. True pedantry denies. It is plain the Bible means that Solomon grew wise while talking with his queens. Yet never could, although they say he counted grass, count all the praises due. When Sheba was his last, when she the iron rod, and when from the smithy fire, it shuddered in the waters. Hardness of their desire, that made them stretch and yawn. Pleasure that comes with sleep. Shoulder, shudder that made them one. What else he give or keep? God grant me. No, no here, for I am not so bold. He hoped at thing so dear. Thank you.